When I think about racism, like, I haven't really experienced it. Like, it's probably not apparent, but sometimes I feel like it's maybe the way I perceive situations as well. Like, say if I enter a room and fill with all people of Caucasian background or something, and then I'll feel slightly out of place. And so that way I'll be like, oh, if anyone is staring at me, I'm like, are they staring at me because I'm black or what's going on? Recently, I just find that, okay, well, if I go into a room that's full of Caucasians or people of different background to me, I just kind of feel like, okay, well, this is how it is. It's just a situation, I don't need to, assume anything, it's just a situation, and I'm just gonna have fun and and think about myself as a human being there, not as a black girl or anything like that. And if people stare at me, so what? I'm beautiful, and so that's how I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna walk into the room, feel all confident about what I'm doing and all. So
I mean, now I'm confident, like I'm always confident. I always love what I did. I'm strong inside me. I don't really care. And even though there's so many obstacles and these random and strangest people, like one of them I was just walking at Central, and this man, he comes all the way. I saw him looking at me, and then he there's 1 meter away from me, he smiled, and then when he's back behind me, he spitted on the ground, and like, oh my god. And then like that moment, it makes me feel like, oh my god. But then I was like, alright, there's so many people hate me around here. They don't want me to be here, or they hate me for, I don't know for what reason. So let me stay, and it's in your faces, do you know what I mean?
Through my experiences of receiving help from others, especially in the social services field, I find that I wanted to, make a difference as well, because I find those people very helpful and in their assistance, and I really admire them because they're doing this. Some of them are doing this, because of the passion that they have to help people. So I feel really, inspired by, I think, a couple of people that have helped me through difficulties, and especially in resettling into Australia, the sort of things that I said, okay, I wanted to help other people as well who will come to Australia and who are having difficulties that I used to have, just to make them feel at home, because I think Australia is a very beautiful country, and if if you're able to overcome all those challenges, you're able to live, in a very good way.
Before the refugees, I used to think, oh yeah, with them, they should do what I went through. We had to apply for a visa. But when I started working with AIRWA, I actually realized how hard it is. And I was also doing law in college, and I learned the process of how hard it is to actually get a visa to come here to Australia. And I guess the only way they can come was on a boat. And when I started working with AIRWA, I got to know what they were doing, and with that, it helped me be more aware that I myself migrated here to Australia. The same reason as them. We all have our reason to why we want to move here, and I have to accept it.
Asian Women at Work is a proud member of this fantastic alliance, AIRWA. And it is really very fantastic and awesome to have this alliance in this country funded by the government, because this is an alliance that carries our voice as migrant and refugee women who bring lots of skills and contribution to this country. But while we have lots of skills and contribution to this country, we also have lots of issues and concerns that our government, that the Australian government need to know and need to act upon. AIRWA is also very important because it brings together this group of women who, if we are together in a big alliance, then we are stronger, and then we can speak out more about our issues, and then we can get what we want. As an activist, it is very important for me to have practical and comfortable shoes. So I have my Doc Martens. My daughter thinks that they are the ugliest shoes, but for me, they're the best shoes. I've had these shoes with me when I was in Hong Kong, and these are actually from Hong Kong. I brought them with me when I came to Australia. I've used it in many International Women's Day marches here in Sydney, and I will use them for more. We are women unashamed to speak out loud, speak unafraid. We want our voices heard. It's time to go ahead. Stand up against nasty bosses, lobby politicians in high places. Link arms with unions, speak out loud in various places. Oh yes, that's right, no more exploitation in our lives. We're tough, we have the power if we always work together. And if we have to, we can do anything. Yes, we're strong, yes, we're invincible. We are women.